I'm back alive.
James Bond. Charming, sophisticated secret agent.
Who are you?
I work for the British government.
You just be a good boy and die.
You first. Bond. Only Bond. England is about to learn the cost of betrayal. The United Kingdom will re-enter the Stone Age. Am I supposed to feel sorry for you?
No. You're supposed to die for me.
Well, James? Name's Bond. James Bond.
Hello, everyone. This is Andreas Polkulture Guy. Today we have a special live stream review for the Andreas Polkulture Talk. Of course, in my channel, Andreas Polkulture Channel Presents. I'm with these wonderful, lively, and exciting podcasters with me. Of course, you have all seen them in the MC Bleeding Edge. So let me introduce them one by one. So, of course, Andreas Diaz. Of course, you know me from co-hosting with Jeff in the MC Bleeding Edge. Let me introduce Jeff. Jeff, how you doing, sir?
I'm good. I'm good, sir. Thank you.
Yep, from the MC Bleeding Edge. And then let me say, like the right of me, Luke from Franchise Addict. How you doing, sir?
Doing well. Thanks, Andres.
Awesome. And then of course we got the Rooms Upstairs pod. How you doing?
Not bad.
Awesome. And lastly, we got overseas podcaster here, the Australian himself, Matt from Born to Watch. How you doing, sir?
It's a pleasure to be here, mate. First time on your show, so excited to be here. Thank you.
Yes, I'm so excited you're here, Matt. It's just and the perfect movie to do it is GoldenEye. And of course, everyone, this month has been Bond Mania. So each week I've been joined by guests, panelists reviewing different kinds of Bond films. Of course, the first one was Thunderbolt. Jeff and I did that. And then 2 weeks ago, I was with Matt and Tim from the Middle-Aged Man reviews. That was an awesome review on A View to Kill, the last film for Roger Moore. And tonight, we're reviewing, of course, the first film from Pierce Brosnan's Tender, GoldenEye, 1995 film. Of course, it's 30th anniversary this year, which is awesome, which is kind of crazy. It's 30 years this movie's been, and it has not aged one bit. Well, except for the Cold War, maybe, but yeah, we'll get into it. But yeah, so I mean, everything's gonna be aged whenever you talk about Cold Wars or wars in general. But let me go around. Business to set up. So just like the MCU Bleeding Edge, you guys been in the MCU Bleeding Edge. I had the same kind of format. So I do the recap of scenes in the film, and then I stop from the end point, and then you guys can get your opinion on this section of the movie. So that's how I do it. And towards the end of this live stream review, Luke and Jeff know this. If you stick around, I do have some trailers, movie trailers to react. If you guys don't mind, that's something I do in my live stream review. So anyway, let me go to Red Robin and ask you guys your opinion on the film. So let me start with you, Matt. Are you a big fan of this series? Have you seen this movie in theaters? What's your relation with this film and the series in general, the Bond series?
Huge James Bond fan, apart really from the Dalton films, which I never really sort of liked as much as the others, but huge fan, introduced them. Roger Moore was my Bond. I'm a bit older than you guys, so Roger Moore was the Bond that I was introduced to, but really loved Pierce Brosnan's turn as James Bond, and I did see this movie in the cinemas. I saw it with my now wife, and I saw it with actually the guys that I do Born to Watch with. We 6 of us went in with our other halves, and and saw GoldenEye, I remember the Gow didn't shut the fuck up the whole movie, and I just wanted to lean across and slap him on his head. But really enjoyed it. It's a different compared to what we had with Moore going into Dalton, now going into Brosnan, completely different movies and a completely different Bond, which I thought was really cool. So yeah, big fan. Still watch them now. Watch them with my 11, 12-year-old daughter, who always says, "Why is that girl kissing that really old man?" And so she enjoys them as well. So it's a bit of a family tradition for us here in Australia. Big Bond guys, and really enjoyed Craig's movies as well. So yeah, cool to talk about this one. And of course, the greatest video game ever made, N64's GoldenEye, is peerless. I wasted so many hours of my life. It's the greatest video game I've ever played, and I'm still searching to buy a old N64 and to play it again, which I'm sure will be completely shithouse, but I will be forever hold it in that esteem that it is the greatest thing ever made.
Yes, thank you, Matt. Yes, I totally forgot about the game. Please also mention the game. I know that's the big thing about this movie too. It's just that it's such a big deal, and please mention it. Of course, we have another panelist here. I was so happy he's here. Raymond from Booster Chill. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Sorry, I apologize for being late. I lost track of time there.
No worries, sir. No worries. I know it's Sunday. We're coming from the Thanksgiving, and it's like
totally different fucking time zone too, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I time travel too much.
I know it's your thing. I get it.
So let's stick with you. Let me ask you, what's your relationship with the Bond series and this film? Have you seen this film? Is it your favorite? Go ahead, and plus mention the game as well.
I was actually going to say I first got introduced to GoldenEye because of the 007 GoldenEye Nintendo 64 video game. Like the memories I have of playing this fucking game. And then I just finished watching the movie finally after like 2 days, because that's with kids. It's hard to hear absolutely fucking anything. But yeah, I'm seeing it. I don't want to say it was for the first time because I know I've seen it, just never complete. This is my first time actually seeing the whole complete movie, and there was a lot of like stuff in there that just like boom, like oh that wasn't 007 GoldenEye 64. Like that was the place, that was the mission, that's what you had to do. So it's like I have more of a connection with it because of the video game, but the movie itself was it was something else. It was something else, and again to finally finish watching it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I seen what do you call it, the mechanics of the game and videos, and it's very interesting and ahead of the time, because it set up a lot of the future games. Luke, let me get your opinion on the film. What's your relation with the Bond series in general? Go ahead.
Yeah, so I definitely played the video game before I saw the film. That was probably when I was like 10. So I've seen this movie a couple of times since 10 years old, basically. Pierce Brosnan was my first Bond. So when Craig came in, it was kind of weird. In my opinion, I wasn't ready to kind of let Pierce Brosnan go, even though those movies, I think in general, are kind of unsuccessful. I do think that this movie is rather good. I think kind of just in comparison to the other Brosnan movies, but quite good. Same director as the guy that did Casino Royale, Martin Campbell. And I think Casino Royale is one of the better Bond movies out there in the whole pantheon. So rather successful movie. Have always loved the franchise, have dug all the Craig movies. I don't revisit a lot of the old ones just because Austin Powers ruined it. You can't watch old Bond movies anymore because Austin Powers, you just see it all over everything all the time. Like I even see it in this GoldenEye movie. Like Austin Powers ruined James Bond. That's it. That's what it is. So yeah, I don't watch the old ones, but the new ones are super cool. This one has enough of the newer vibe to get past the Austin Powers of it. So yeah, really dug this movie.
I love Austin Powers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love Austin Powers. Yeah, you know what's funny? Look, you know the first one comes out 2 years after this movie was already released in 1997. So it's funny you say that. It's good.
Yeah. Well, and Mission Impossible, the first one gets released the year after this. And,
Oh, yeah.
I would say go watch the first Mission Impossible and compare it to this movie, and they are rather similar. So
Ooh.
definitely a vibe in the air. Brian De Palma definitely made a better movie, in my opinion, than GoldenEye with the first Mission Impossible. But yeah, so Mission Impossible kind of course corrected everything, made better movies than Pierce Brosnan was able to make on the James Bond side, and that's why his other movies are kind of forgettable. And this one does kind of stand out just because it made it just in before the wire, before those other things that were bigger and better came out.
Yeah. We'll get into it towards the end. I'll ask you guys just briefly towards the end of what you guys think about the sequels, because I agree with you, Luke. I just don't think Pierce Brosnan. One of the unfortunate things about Brosnan over Craig, because at least Craig has at least decent films, like after Casino Royale. Like, I mean, Quantum and Spectre are really bad Bond films, but Skyfall, like a really great comeback. I mean, you know, it's up to you if you like the way they made that movie. And then No Time to Die is at least a good setup for Craig, but there's a lot of problems with that film, which I don't want to get into. But yeah, like the Mission Impossible movies.
Well,
after,
I think you got the order wrong, because it goes Casino, Quantum,
Skyfall,
then Skyfall. So it goes good, bad, good. Spectre, which I think is good, but a lot of people consider not great.
Okay.
So then it goes good, bad, and then whatever you think of the last one, No Time to Die. But I didn't think that was very successful. But it's not a bad movie per se.
Yeah. Maybe one day you and I should do a marathon of the Craig films, because that his series are so like up and down. And I like Brosnan. I agree with you, because he has the height, and then he literally goes down, and then we get to die another day, and I was like, please shoot
Awful.
me.
Awful.
Oh my god, it's
Terrible.
like I totally forgot when Halle Berry say "Yo mama," I was like, god damn it, this is the worst movie ever. It's like, how did we
the one line that blew the fucking movie.
yeah, and don't even mention the surfing that
I was going to say, that's not even the worst part. The surfing's the
I know. I don't want to remember the surfing.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Oh god.
Rim Upstairs. Let me get your opinion on the Bond series. You love this series? Are you into it? What you thought about this GoldenEye film? Go ahead.
So this is the first time I've ever seen a James Bond movie, and that's
really?
This is one of the reasons I wanted to come on and do this. I've been wanting to get into it. It's just such a big, intimidating franchise. I didn't exactly know where to start, and so this felt like a good spot. I know GoldenEye's held in pretty high regard. At least that's what it seemed based on this and the game, and just general what you get from the internets. And it was good. I wasn't disappointed, I won't say. I am very interested in more of the Brosnan things and just the other eras in general. So I won't say it's my favorite movie. There were bits that I didn't care for, but it was solid. I enjoyed just the spy genre in general. So this was a really cool. I know the tropes, I guess. Yeah, all of the catchphrases, the shaken not stirred, just from pop culture things. And so finally seeing them and going, oh, so that's where that comes from. That was a fun experience here.
Yeah.
But have you played the game?
Also, no. I am real behind on all of it.
You held the N64 controller in your hand.
Yes.
Oof. Yeah, that's when it hits good.
Stop. I'm getting slightly erect thinking about it.
No, please let him be. He's just young. He's getting into this series. That's good. I'm so happy.
The clear one, Matt, that you could see through.
Oh. Oof. Stop it.
Kind
of the gold games. You could get a gold. The gold cartridge.
Stop it, Luke. Please stop.
Good
I'll need to
times.
take a break.
Yeah.
Good times. Good times.
Awesome. I'm happy you're here. I'm happy that this is your first Bond movie because I mean this or Casino Royale are good introductions to the Bond series. And let me say this series is a fun series. Don't think of it as high art. Like these are great action films / spy films. So they at least entertain for and I think you will like it, and especially the actors. They bring in a lot of different flavors to the Bond character. Roger Moore was the Tom Baker, or like he was the Anna West for Bond, where Tiffany Dalton was like the Michael Keaton for Bond. That's how I can give you like there's different flavors for that. And Craig was the Christian Bale for me and the generation that happened from 2006 to 2021. So I think you will like it. And just keep in mind, someone will be faithful to the Even Flame books. That's the thing. I don't know if you know about this, but the series is based on books. But some point in the movies, they ran out of books and they started making things. Awesome. Jeff, let me get to you, sir. What's your thoughts on the Bond series and GoldenEye in your
Oh, I mean, you already kind of know how I feel about Bond movies and all that because we've talked about it before. I mean, obviously, I mean, everybody thinks they're all right. I don't have a problem with the Bond movies. I don't really care for GoldenEye all that much. It's not exactly my favorite Bond film out of the different Bond films I've seen. I don't know, something about the plot. I don't know. It's I mean. It's as far as how it holds up in 2025 as a Bond film. That's just not one of my favorites. It had some positive elements to it. The casting of the film is pretty solid for whatever 1994 or whatever 1995 or whatever year this movie came out. But I don't know. It's just it's the more recent Bond films are a lot more cinematically that they look a lot better. They're a lot sharper than these Brosnan films. I don't know. Brosnan doesn't have the same charisma. I think maybe if that's the right word or I don't know. Just it doesn't have the same, sort of, I don't know, charms or charisma that like, some of the other Bonds have. I think, in the different films. But he's an all right Bond. I don't want to shit on him or anything like that. I like Pierce Brosnan. I love Famke Janssen's Russian accent in this movie. It's fucking great. It's epic. That's awesome that there's actually somebody on here watching their first Bond film. That's fucking crazy. I've been watching Bond films since I was like a little kid. Like I said, GoldenEye is not one of my favorites. I rewatched it and everything, and I don't know. I fell off a little bit here and there, like got lulled a little bit at certain points in the film, but overall, still watchable movie, who is it that sings the intro song for GoldenEye? Is that Tina Turner?
Yes, it's Tina Turner. Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. That's it.
Yeah, it's the song for GoldenEye is it's very like what's the word? Reminiscent. No, man. I would expect the Queen herself. I mean, it's not one of her best, but it's trying to follow like the
skipped it.
It's a terrible song.
It's terrible. Yeah,
song.
It's terrible.
Forward.
It's bad.
Fast
It's
good night.
It isn't as bad as Madonna's Die Another Day.
Oh my god!
But it's bad. The songs for Pierce Brosnan's movies are not great.
No, I kind of.
I will build a whole case on how he was completely let down. Like, he is a great Bond, and everything around it just sucks.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Yeah, like especially Tomorrow Never Dies. The song that was in the end credits was the better song than the Sherry was it the Sherry Crow one, main titles one. Like I don't know why they went with that for that film. Yeah, I agree you guys about the Brosnan songs. They're not as good as like the previous, and even the Craig ones are so much better.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. All right, awesome. Really awesome thoughts, you guys. So let's get into the recap. So starting with the title sequence. Of course, we see Brosnan doing the iconic, the gun barrel, which was really awesome, and then we see him jump. By the way, awesome. Like, what do you call it? Jumping off to like the ledge.
Bungee jumping.
The bungee.
Yeah, jumping. Yeah.
Yeah.
And really great like start of the film, and like you don't even see Brosnan's face until he goes to the toilet and like interrupts the Russian soldier, and then they start introduction to him. He's like, "Hello, sorry, I came not. Sorry, I didn't knock," and then punches the guy, which is hilarious.
Number 2.
Oh, not number 2. Why you want to go there? I think it's number 1. I'm sorry, folks. Number 1. It's number 1. I'm not gonna go this far. You don't know he ate. Like he probably drank. That's it. But anyway.
Who does number 2 work for?
No, that's the problem.
Hey, you tell that turd.
Oh god, what you ate? Oh my god. Oh dear, thank you, Matt. What was that? Oh yeah. So James Bond comes up with the toilet, defeating number 2. Literally, and then he comes out with another friend named Alec Trevelyan. Of course, this is played by Sean Bean. Of course, the man that got killed by the elves in the first Lord of the Rings films. Recognize him,
or as we would call him where I'm from, Senor Frijol, because his name is Bean.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Look, I have to like. What are we gonna do? He's from.
What if I've never seen the Lord of the Rings movies? Jeez.
Wait, I thought you did. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sorry. Yeah, he did die. I'm sorry. He dies every movie, sir. He dies in Patriot Games. He dies in Patriot Games. He dies.
Does he die in Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Yep,
he
certainly does.
Yeah.
Which season?
1. Just
oh
one.
boy.
You know now. I seen it.
We had a running joke when Game of Thrones was first on that Sean Bean, because it's SEAN and then BEAN, he can't have both pronunciations of EAN. So it should be Scene Bean, or Sean Bon.
I like Sean Bond.
That's good.
So I will, if I slip into that and call him Scene Bean, just that's what I'm talking about.
Oh my god.
Noted.
That is cool. That is really funny. Yeah, so he plays I forgot his double O. I guess he's 006.
006.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember if they say the double for him. So they infiltrate this like Soviet chemical weapons lab, and after after Bond was setting up the charges, of course, Trevelyan gets captured, and Bond, with this Trevelyan being executed by the commanding officer, and then after that, we get the really awesome chase of Bond destroying the site, and then kind of like escaping in a stolen aircraft, which was really cool. And then after that, and this is the wrap up. We're going to end to the worst song you guys don't like, is the Tina Turner song of GoldenEye, and that's it. So let me stop there, and so let me start with you. Oh my god, Luke. What do you thought about this opening seconds up to the Tina Turner main credit song of GoldenEye?
I thought this was rip-roaring fun. Very good. Just like I believe it was said before, I remember this level in the video game playing this. So it was cool just revisiting all that, all the gas cans blowing up and stuff, shooting those, the AK-47s that they're holding, like all that stuff was just crack, like to me. So it was fun revisiting all of that. And the one thing that sticks in my head about this entire section, and it's that bungee jump scene is cool on the dam. Like it's a super cool stunt. Why did they do during the overhead? Did they have to show the half of the guy's face? Like it's clearly not Pierce Brosnan. So don't show his face, and you don't have to have it at that angle. It's such a stupid move. Like, who doesn't catch that? So that sucks because that scene is super duper cool. That drop is awesome. Yeah, but everything after that, ton of fun. Mission Impossible wishes it could do a motorcycle jump off of a cliff into a plane that's falling off of a cliff and then pulling it up in time. Awesome stuff. So yeah, kick-ass first scene.
Thank you. Tobing, room upstairs. You're next. What do you thought about this opening sequence up to the Tina Turner music sequence?
It was a really gripping intro. Just that opening shot of him just falling right off the dam was an immediate like, okay, I'm hooked in here. I'm interested. You have my attention right now with this. Just a really like breathtaking how wide the camera is there to see him just falling is great scene. And then yeah, the entire sequence up to that I really enjoyed. Getting just a little bit of characterization for 006, seeing him and Bond together. I will say this is the beginning of being just a little bit confused on what the tone of this movie was. And I think part of this is being unfamiliar with Bond in general. Just the sequence of him moving behind the rack of like the gas cans. I couldn't quite tell if it was being played as a comedic bit or as a genuine, serious, like building up tension here. But as soon as that passes, it's just an immediate I'm in again. Yeah, like you mentioned, the motorcycle, that's an awesome stunt. That's crazy. And it's a really cool, like, I feel like we don't get really long escape sequences like that as much anymore. Especially something that's so over the top and just as fun as that. It's a really good opening sequence.
Yeah, I agree. Only Bond or Mr. Impossible is like the only two franchises that do openings. Like superheroes did this before, but like we don't get that anymore.
Yeah.
Like the Batman films did this. I mean, unfortunately, the Joel Schumacher ones did it. But the Nolan films did it well. Like especially the Dark Knight and Rises. Like they had the best opening. Like
it feels like there's a lot of weight to every movement that's happening. I really like that.
Yeah, and I kind of agree about the tone. Like it's just like they do such a good job of visual gag. So like when that is because they think they got Bond, but the thing is he's one step ahead of them, and so when that happens, is like, oh, okay, I see what he did there. Yeah. It's something that they always do that's so cool when they do something so visually comedic, and like it's like, oh my god, yes, it's just like Jack Sparrow when they think he's the worst pirate ever, and then like all of a sudden like, damn, he is the best pirate. It's like, how did it? All right.
You're right. He did pull off a Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, exactly. He's the pre-Jack Sparrow before Johnny Depp's Jack Sparrow became a thing.
Yeah.
Well, Indiana Jones.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Indiana Jones did do that, but
Indiana Jones gets himself out of jams and out of being captured all the time. That's his jam.
True.
That's true.
Yeah. No.
I would say it would be a really boring movie if you just went to the place, got the thing, and went back to the museum. So yeah, he does have to get captured a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. So all right, Raymond, your thoughts on the opening sequence up to the Tina Turner title sequence? Go ahead.
Me?
Yeah. Yes. You.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, all right.
The beginning jump was a huge fucking flex, and that's the thing as they were saying that just kind of really like reels you in. What I thought was kind of funny about that was that bungee jump down the dam, and then like as he's about to land, he pulls off that I don't know what kind of gun it is, but he pretty much Batmans his way down. I thought that was kind of funny. But I totally get it because you kind of had to keep going down before he went right back up. But I thought that was kind of funny. The scene where he's in the vents and he pulls off a freaking Spider-Man on that guy taking a shit, minus the mask, and says whatever line he says, and then I think he headbutts him or punches it. I'm not sure, but that hilarious, just hilarious stuff for me. Everything so far in the beginning part was just like it was funny to me. And then as they were saying also that once they get out of there and he meets up with 006 and they go into that one gigantic room with the tanks, same thing with me. I just thought, boom, this is the fucking game, dude. This is the setting. This is the plays. And it was like what? It was like the first level too. So that just like it just threw me back a lot. And then how you mentioned that one shot where after he puts the bombs and he's using all these other tanks to kind of like slowly walk his way out or try to escape, also hilarious. And I didn't even think about it till they brought it up. I'm just like, okay, then yeah, it's a lot of action. It's like a lot of Rush Hour. It's that mixture of that comedy and action, but it's like it's trying to also be serious at the same time. So it's a little confusing. But then you get that last scene when he jumps off the cliff into the plane, and you're just right back. Okay, this is a serious movie. Okay, I'm into this again. This is just a giant roller coaster ride, man.
Yeah, it totally is. It's like an actual roller coaster I want to go to.
Yeah.
The most amusement parks. Matt, your thoughts on the opening sequence, sir?
Yeah, I think what we've got to remember is that there was 6 years in between Bond movies, which was the longest time between, and we've come off Roger Moore, who was high camp, Timothy Dalton, who was dark and brooding, and I agree with the tone in this opening, although I think it's excellent, mind you. I think it's still trying to find its feet because it doesn't want to be high camp and it doesn't want to be super, super serious like the Dalton movie. So it's sort of finding its feet. But I felt sorry for James Bond. You do all this hard work and then you break into a cubicle that someone's taking a shit in. I think that's just bad luck. Good planning always doesn't work. Usually always doesn't work. And mate, I tell you what, I wouldn't be smiling if I broke into that thing and he pulled the newspaper away. I'd be like, fuck, mate, what did you eat? But he certainly finishes him off. Then, again, it's as you boys have said, Luke and Raymond have said, the game. The soundtrack, the sound design, the noises, it just is so buried deep into my nostalgic soul about the game. And it was just like, I just watched the movie now to remember the game. But this is probably one of the best cold opens of Bond movies. I think it's pretty strong. I think and I think it needed to be because it had been such a long break. It needed to grab us and go, no, we're fucking back. Bond is back. And the chasing the plane off the edge of the cliff with the bike is fucking unbelievable. And I remember in the cinema that there was a collective gasp and a little chuckle as he pulls back over the cliff in the airplane, which is exactly what you want with Bond. You want to have those highs and lows and that bit of a chuckle, but be concerned that the unkillable person until Daniel Craig got a hold of the character survives again. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. And you are ready to go after this. And then, sorry, Tina Turner comes in and shits all over it, but then it picks itself back up again.
Thank you. Yeah. I totally forgot. They really needed this opening because it's been 6 years and, the last film was License to Kill, which, I mean, funny enough, it also had a good, pre-credit sequence, that like somehow no one took from that for Dark Knight Rises, if you've seen License to Kill and Rises, the film. But yeah, I kind of agree. Jeff, your thoughts on the opening sequence, sir?
Well, I mean, it's already, everybody's already pretty much talked about it, So I mean, really, all I can really say about it is just that it's typical, Bond espionage action sort of, opening, very Bond-esque, opening, and yeah, the whole rappelling off the, the dam or whatever is great. Looks great, even today. And yeah, I mean, Sean Bean's great. It's very Bondish, Bond-esque to have him die and then come back later on in the film. Yeah, I mean, the Tina Turner song is bad. It's really, really bad, really rough. Very, very, very bad. I can't make that any more clear. It's it's rough. There's some bad Bond songs overall in general. Realistically, but yeah, I mean, opening songs, but yeah, besides that, I mean, really, it's interesting, that they have the Russians set up as like the bad guys, the villain in this film. It's a very Cold War era, having the Russians, be such a big part of the film. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it.
Thank you. Jeff, yes. Well, and funny enough, so, Matt brought before the 6 year day, and just briefly, just a touch on this, like, this screenplay for GoldenEye was supposed to be Timothy Dalton's third film. I don't know, it was supposed to be titled GoldenEye, but it was, the story was like, okay, because after the 1980s, like, the wall broke down, right? The Cold War kind of like did end, somewhat, right? And so, like, I think, because these Bond movies always do is follow like a trend, like Moonraker followed the trend of sci-fi, became big because of Star Wars, right? And then, License to Kill was copying on the big drug, like Miami Vice, Lethal Weapon, like trend that was going on during the mid 80s. And so for GoldenEye, like with this Cold War thing, it just made sense during that time. But it was supposed to be Tim Dalton's third outing, but because it took so long because of illegal things that was going on with Eon and some of the studios, it took a bit longer for like this story to kind of come out, and instead it went with Brosnan. And just want to kind of address this. This movie feels more like a Dalton film than a Brosnan film. Like, if you with the rewatch, I felt like it felt more like Dalton film. Yeah, it did tiptoe a little bit of like, the humor that you're expecting with Bond, but like it still has that like the grit that the Dalton films had with Leaving Daylights and then License to Kill. Unlike his films, where it just like from Tomorrow Never Dies is where we get the camp full on, unfortunately. So get after as everyone say, the awful Tina Turner song credit scene of GoldenEye, where we see all the crazy ladies dancing around with the symbolism of the Russians and the Cold War ending and all of that, which was really neat. We jumped. I was kind of surprised with this. I forgot about this. We jumped into 9 years later, following the dissolution of the Soviet Union. Bond drives his classic Aston Martin DB5 back again. Trivia: this is actually the third time he uses that car in film. The last time, I cannot believe this, the last time he used it was actually Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt was the last time he actually used this version of the Aston Martin DB5, which was kind of crazy, because I thought as a Bond fan, he was using this car like maybe multiple films, but like if you've seen the other films, he actually uses different cars and different models of Aston Martin or some licensed car, whatever. So, you see that classic car where he like meets up with this unknown lady, very, famous lady, Fenton Jensen, her character of Insania on the top. No joke. That's her last name, on the top. A member of the, crime syndicate, and she's there from like stealing this like copter tiger helicopter during a military demonstration in the Mount Carlo, but is unsuccessfully Bond was unsuccessfully stopping them from stealing this like high-tech helicopter. And then after that, he returns to MI6 headquarters in London, where Bond meets a couple of the MI6 staff monitoring the incident in Sabria, I cannot say it.
Severnaya.
Sorry, now, thank you. And of course, during this meeting of the MI6 headquarters, we got the new Miss Moneypenny, played by Samantha Bond, and then of course we got our new M, played by Dame Judi Dench, first woman to play Bond, and I don't care what people say, she's definitely the number one actress to play M. She's the best M we had in the series. Nothing will like top her, despite we got who's the actor? Ray Fiennes taking over after Skyfall, but like she's such a perfect casting for M. And so we see here also with another recurring Bond character, Bill Tanner. So after the stolen helicopter turns up at the radar site there, a electromagnetic pulse blast suddenly hits the site, destroying it and several Russian fighter aircraft while knocking out some of the satellite systems in orbit. During this time, we meet up with the Bond girl, Natalia, a programmer in that lab, where she survives the GoldenEye attack there, and so she survives from this like blast that hits her like the facility. So let me stop there. So let me get back to you, Jeff. What you thought about this midsection, meeting up the recurring characters, M, Moneypenny, meeting up the Bond girl in that facility, and seeing that facility being destroyed by the electromagnetic. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, the car scene where Famke Janssen pops in or whatever, is kind of dumb. In all reality, I mean, I don't know. That's I wasn't digging it when I came across that. But it was all right, I guess. The car is cool. I'll say that. Yeah, I mean, obviously, Judi Dench is great as M. The other chick's okay. That other MI6 female agent or whatever. That he fucks with or whatever. And that the chick in the car that he's shagging or whatever in the beginning, in the that like chase scene or whatever the fuck you want to call it, she's all right looking. I don't know. I think she's not too great.
Shout out Samantha Bond.
Is that who that is? Okay.
Yeah,
she's
Samantha
all right.
Bond, she's playing Moneypenny.
Yeah.
Well, she's all right. Yeah. I like the accent. I like the accent. As far as the whole, I don't know, whatever the hell happens when like the Russians, where the satellite blows up or the building blows up or whatever. Yeah, it's all right, I guess. Again, the plot's kind of dull in this film. Hats off to the video game. I never played it, but I'm aware of its legendary status. Amongst old school gamers. Yeah, I don't know. The Russian angle plot is kind of a little muddled. And I will say that the female Russian agent chick is pretty hot. She's pretty hot. And what is it? Alan Cummings is like the Russian hacker guy or whatever.
Boris.
Yeah,
Boris.
he's good. He's all right for this film. He's usually always pretty strong whenever he's in something. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Awesome. So move upstairs. Let me get your thoughts on this sequence where we meet up the regular MI6 characters, Moneypenny and M, and the whole Russian satellite being destroyed. Go ahead, go upstairs.
Yeah. Well, where to start? I mean, Judi Dench is Judi Dench. You can't complain about that. Her being there in the first place is just great. Wonderful. Every scene she's in. Yeah, it felt like a strong continuation of the opening, I guess. I was also surprised by the giant time skip. I didn't think that was something that was even a thing in these movies. So when that just pops up, it's like, okay, we're doing something immediately different than what I thought. Agreed on the car scene being, it felt very long. Maybe it was just the music kind of in the background felt like it was trying to be energetic, just kind of losing steam the whole time. But after that, movie picks right up again. It's just going at it, reestablishes Bond as this, kind of what you think of when you think of Bond. He's at the casino playing his game, getting his drinks, Agree on Alan Cummings. I love him. I think he's my favorite character to come out of this movie. He's just wonderful in every scene that he's in. I think he's a really fantastic character actor in stuff like this, and just tearing up the scenery every chance that he gets. I don't remember if this is the first bit, but his "I'm invincible" catchphrase, it makes me laugh every time. I really liked him. And he works as a nice secondary villain that he's not quite a threat in the same way the others are, but still doing something that he's not a physical threat, but still providing a service for the movie that I like. And yeah, I was disappointed because I thought he died in the Russian attack at first and wanted to see more of him. I was very happy to see that he survived. Not a whole lot of thoughts on this section of the movie. I do agree. I don't know if the plot was dull, but I think it does take some time to pick up and really get to a point where you realize, like, okay, there is a plot going on. It just feels like a lot of threads being set up kind of separately that slowly need to come together. Because by the end, they're all in the same location, and it feels pretty smooth by then. But I do agree, it takes a while for this movie to really get off its feet.
Yeah. I mean, this section I just read is like very exposition and setting us up with what we're going to follow with our characters are doing, I kind of agree with that because, that's always happened with Bond films. It's like you're trying to like set up everything and it's like just so much information you had to take in. And no, I don't like really playing that. All right, Luke, your thoughts on this midsection of the, just getting into the plot of the GoldenEye as a device and seeing the regular MI6 characters, M and Moneypenny for the first time for Brosnan, and then go ahead.
Yeah, I agree that the fake car chase scene where we get introduced to the Famke Janssen character is very silly. Quite silly, almost so silly that one gets taken out of the movie silly, but it's there and it takes forever. This movie is, especially this section, is kind of hit or miss. Like there's bad parts, there's really dull parts. You kind of have to make it through. Then you get a decent little action scene here or there to get you through to the next part. I guess it's probably why the video game works so well in playing through the missions in the video game, because you get to cut through all the crap that you actually have to watch in the movie. So that's probably why the video game itself is so nostalgic and stuff like that. Whereas the movie does drag, definitely in this part for me. And I'm also currently going through the Indiana Jones movies on my channel. And so now I just see all movies as Indiana Jones. And this movie is just Indiana Jones, where Pierce Brosnan plays Indiana Jones, and the GoldenEye is the treasure that he has to go get or prevent from getting got from bad guys. So yeah, every movie is Indiana Jones. So, yeah, that's what I think about this section.
Life is like Indiana Jones movie, man.
Yeah. I mean,
Just give me a movie and I'll explain it to you in Indiana Jones.
I can see you being an old man and just telling like your grandkids or some shit, just telling them that all the time.
Yeah. I'll just say stuff from Indiana Jones actually happened to me.
yeah.
How would Inception work with Indiana Jones?
Oh my god.
Oh, that's easy
How the
because
fuck would that work?
Leonardo DiCaprio is Indiana Jones,
Yeah.
and the treasure is the Inception that he's putting into the safe through Cillian Murphy's character.
Oh, fucking A,
Oh
dude.
my god.
Fucking A.
That is Luke A+. I can't believe he
That
actually
was,
pulled that.
that was a layup.
That's the show. That's the show.
Christopher
Yeah,
Nolan
oh, God.
owes so much to Steven Spielberg and George Lucas. So yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's funny you brought up.
Tenet would be a more difficult one to explain.
Oh yeah, I can't. No,
Can you
no way.
explain Tenet normally though?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that is true. But there is a MacGuffin in Tenet. Is
yeah, sort of. But it's like how you explain the MacGuffin? It's like it's this thing that like, hurts time, or
well, no. Well, the MacGuffin is like just a characteristic, a thing that occurs in movies over and over again. So MacGuffin is just a kind of pointless thing that drives the plot forward, and it's something that your main characters or antagonists want to get, but otherwise it's kind of pointless.
Yeah, it's like the Pulp Fiction. It's like what is in the case. It's like
it doesn't matter. That's
yeah,
the point.
exactly. It doesn't matter. It's always funny people think that it's like the soul of Rick Grimes. It's like no, it's like it could be gold. you don't know.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Anyway, it's funny you brought up Indiana Jones because I know that Steven was like he was heavily influenced by the Bond films, and that's how he wanted to make the Indiana Jones. So, and ironically, Sean Connery, becomes part of that series. When you get into the third one, Mr. Booze and Chill, sir, you're next. Your thoughts on this section of the MacGuffin of GoldenEye and seeing the main MI6 characters, and of course Beck and Jackson, the awesome on the top. Go ahead, sir.
I do agree that the time frame was a little too much, like 9 years. It was a bit too much. But at the same time, it's like also emphasizing on how long this pretty, I don't want to say useless, but kind of like just like a filler of a car chase scene that just kind of like really emphasizes on 007's ability to really work his way around sexual harassment. Because even the girl that he's driving with is like, I'm merely here to just examine you, and then at the end she ends up making out with him, and it's like, but there was even mentioned in the movie somewhere that this particular 007 just really has this ability to like really charm the not just like the ladies, but even the villains that he counters. And he's so like manipulative that way, and he's able to just like work his way around anything with that goddamn charm of his. That fucking what's his face, Mr. Brosnan is able to just do in this 007 character of his.
Raymond, did you just call him Brosnick?
Was it Brosnan? I apologize for that.
Brosnan.
Hey, but
Brosnan.
you understood me, right? God damn.
Yeah, we do. No. We
Son of a bitch.
That was good.
No. Hey, I had a tough time to say his first name, Pierce or I don't know. Don't blame yourself, sir.
Pierce C? No,
Pierce, yeah, I was like Pierce, yeah. No, not Piercer Jackson, sir. It's not Piercer Jackson. Anyway.
But that's what I think about that.
But yeah. Any more to say before I go to Matt?
No, you can go on. Go on.
Okay. Matt, your thoughts on Beck and Jackson, the hottest lady of all time?
Well, everyone stand up. Grab your box of tissues because we've just been introduced to the horniest Bond girl in the history of Bond movies. And she's worth almost dying to get a look at her GoldenEye. There's no doubt. I think that she is excellent in this movie. She is so over the top horny. Even when she's shooting the gun a bit later on and she's creaming her pants.
At this point, we don't know that yet.
Mate, well, you can tell driving that car. I don't know how she's changing gears, but I got some idea. I think she's sitting on the center console myself. But but again, the only thing that gets me through that car chase is thinking she is sitting on the center console, because it is painstakingly bad. It's so irrelevant. And you think about how you can cut time out of movies. 2 hours and 10 minutes is a long run time, and you could easily cut that whole chase out and just have Pierce Brosnan meet Xenia in the casino like Pierce Brosnan or James Bond meets all the fucking Bond girls in the casino. I think it's a waste of time. I think that she's great. I this was like her first proper job, first proper acting gig. She obviously goes on to do.
When did Rounders come out? Was that 97?
Yeah, it's after this.
96, I think.
Yeah, it's after this.
96. Because that's the first time I remember seeing her is in Rounders.
Yeah, and then it actually made X-Men more exciting, because I was just thinking that Jean Grey was a saucy, horny minx when she really wasn't. She was a frigid mole. But look, I think that she's a great villain. I think I don't mind this, but there is a lot of exposition. This is Basil exposition from Austin Powers, and this is just telling us what the GoldenEye is, telling it what it can do, telling it how bad it is, how important it is to get into to control this. And then look, I think for 1995 that the destruction of Seven Eye is a pretty good scene. I think it works well. It's pretty good effects. I think it's also hard that if you've started, and this is where I think you're quite lucky, Tall Being, is that if this is your first foray into Bond, is that it's not a bad way in, because it sort of is bridging the gap between the old and the new. And I think if you were to start with Daniel Craig or Casino Royale or Skyfall was the first Bond you'd seen, then most of these movies would seem dull and completely just irrelevant. But I think that this is a good mix, and I think that I actually quite like Pierce Brosnan as Bond. I think he's quite charming. I'd probably give him one. If I spent 9 minutes in a car with him, I'd probably end up making out with him as well. He's got charm. It's one of those.
Can I float an idea by you, Matt, that I came to today? I think that you're the prototypical dad. Your dad's favorite Bond is what the fuck? The
Connery.
Scottish dude. Connery.
Yeah.
And your mom's favorite Bond is Pierce Brosnan.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I wouldn't let him talk about my mom like that, man.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
No,
I'm kidding.
my mum would give Pierce one, for sure. Poor Pierce, but she'd have a crack. But I think that I quite like it. I think this is, even though the chase is irrelevant, just get me to the spy ship. That's all I want with Bond. We've got our taste with the DB5. Just get me to the spy ship. And yep, I'll go through Xenia. She's amazing and super horny, and I can't wait to see more of her later on.
Yeah, well say. Yeah. I thought this section. I'll probably be the positive in this section. Like we see Biff like spy, like seeking stuff with Bond. Like it took a while for this section to we meet up with M. Like it's kind of crazy. Like we only follow Bond in this section and like Natalia. So before the headquarters of MI6. So I was kind of surprised that we didn't go straight to London after that, before the 9 years jump. And I do agree. I was kind of surprised why we did the 9 years later thing. It could have been better to say 6 years, say that,
They had to build a whole other satellite in Cuba.
That's true. But how many years could build another
logistics?
satellite?
It was a logistic time frame.
Yeah, I guess so. All right.
According to 007 movies, it's about 6 years to make a goddamn satellite. So
Yeah.
All right.
Plus, it took 9 years to convince people that Bond needed a female strong character rather than just
Oh god, no.
just a love interest and sex object. And congratulations on them for picking Judi Dench because she's fucking unreal.
Yes.
Yeah, she is only in like 2 minutes of this movie.
Yeah,
That's a
Yeah.
crime.
Yeah,
she's not the evil queen of numbers yet.
No.
Keep watching the Bond movies. She becomes a super integral character.
She's unreal.
Like, if you like Judi Dench in this movie, there's more and better to come. Like she becomes the stalwart of this franchise.
Yeah. I was kind of surprised when I rewatched this film. I was like, oh yeah, she's less in this film. Like when we get to the sequel,
she's barely in it.
Yeah, her biggest role is Skyfall and The World's Not Enough. Like those two are like the big runs,
which are considered great. Yeah, like I mean, Skyfall is, spoiler, the best James Bond movie there is.
The best,
it's largely because of how good Judi Dench is.
Considerably the best.
Yeah, and just I know we're not talking about the sequels, but like I think the second best Brosnan film is The World's Not Enough because I thought that they did a good job of expanding M and like Judi Dench's role there, and that was like, oh yeah, she's great as it,
Is that the one with Denise Richards?
Yes, unfortunately.
Wash your mouth out, Andres. She is fucking horrendous.
Well, the other lady, the other hot chick.
Wash your mouth out, he says.
like,
That says a
yeah.
lot, man.
Yes,
Hey,
wash it.
What? Whoa! I know
His dad's
that
favorite Bond was Connery.
Fuck me, dude.
Wash your mouth
Everyone.
out.
Yeah,
Fuck me.
Look, at least Denise Richards, I would take her body over the surfing and the.
Yeah,
Yo
but
Mama
isn't she like
Diamond.
a astrophysicist in that movie?
Yep, she was ridiculous.
Yeah.
She can't spell either of those words.
Okay. I will give you that, Matt. All right. Yes,
The plots of those movies are ridiculous. There's some cool action shit, but like the plots of them are like to like get out of here.
Yeah, I know. I will admit that when she pops out, that's when the movie goes downhill. I will admit to that because I do agree with Matt. Like, yeah. Horrendous.
That was a good video game too that came out on the PlayStation.
Oh my
That
God.
wasn't bad. Wasn't bad.
Oh my God.
I stopped playing at 64. I didn't accept anything else after that.
After that, so the GoldenEye was the only best one. Oh God. All right, so let's move on. So the newly appointed M, because in this scene we discovered that she's like the new M after some predator die or something like that. So Bond investigates after determining that the blast came from the Soviet era satellite armed with a nuclear, electric, magnetic plus space-based weapon, codename GoldenEye. Oh, good. Another trivia about GoldenEye. That's the name where the author that created James Bond lived in Jamaica. So it was really cool that they actually named this movie after like the home area that he lived in the country of Jamaica. So anyway, so he expects the crimes it is like involved with the attack. So Bond expects that the general is involved, that like took the GoldenEye keys and all that, and because the weapon systems require like high level military access, so he travels to the St. Petersburg, and Bond contacts CIA agent Jack Wade, who is awesome. He invites him to meet former KGB agent. He's hilarious. Like I at least he's useful than Felix Leiter in some of the movies. So former KGB agent turned gangster Valentina Sarkovich, and have him arrange the meeting with this assailant named Genso. If I'm saying that right. I'm sorry, these Russian names are a little hard to pronounce. But anyway, so he is escorted to the meeting by Anatop. We meet Anatop here. We got another great action scene of her using her thighs to kill Bond. But of course, Bond gets the upper hand. And I love the one. He has such a. I will give Brosnan this. He has great one-liners, and I love. He's like, no foreplay. I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah,
that was great.
And we get into the end when he says she likes a little squeeze. It was like, perfect. Like very much.
She always did
more.
like a little squeeze.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so good. Oh god. So so here after he. By the way, he knocks out on the top like brutally at the head, which is crazy. But that's how PC on PC Bond was at that time, and so he meets the like the leader of this crime syndicate, and that's his old friend Tavalian, who has faked his death. And so we get this twist that he's actually alive, and like he seeks vengeance for his parents because apparently they got betrayed by the British government by being what's the word
Lien's Cossacks.
Yeah, Luen Cossack. Not familiar with this event, so something happened here during the Soviet Union after claiming with the Axis powers during World War II. So they got in trouble with that, and then they got executed with their crimes. And so, just wrapping up, so at the bomb almost was gonna shoot at him, but he got sedated and trapped into the helicopter with programmer Natalie. They survive the attack, and then after escaping the helicopter before it explodes, the pair are taken into the custody and interrogated by the Russian Minister of Defense. So let me stop there before we get into the action part of the series. So let me go back to you, Mr. Bruce. You're next, Mr. Bruce and Chu. Your thoughts on the twist of Tavalian being alive, and meeting up the centric characters like Jack Wade, and then of course did the Russian gangster is the one that was Hagrid from the
Hagrid, Robbie Coltrane.
Robert like
Yep.
He's in this movie. He's great in this briefly, and go ahead, talk about that, Mr. Bruce Chu.
Well,
Joe.
I don't know about that, but I want to be the first to point out the gigantic fucking elephant in the room. That it gets into GoldenEye taps into this one particular genre that maybe you're all familiar with, like softcore porn, which is the part where what's her face just like goes to town on this what is he, like a fucking sailor or some shit, and she does what helicopter pilot. That's my bad. And she just does her thing with her fucking thunder thighs or whatever the fuck, and we get to know this is the part that we get to know that she's got this very fucked up kink that she like really gets off of killing people. This is the part where we get to know this. And when I did, I was like, I wasn't uncomfortable, but I was also turned on at the same time, which is very, very odd. Two very odd things to be: uncomfortable, but not uncomfortable and turned on all at the same time. So we see that first kill that she does, and which is weird, and even weirder because, like I mentioned earlier, I was watching it and my kids are around with their phones full blast. Luckily, they didn't hear it, because there's a lot of moaning and shit. So I'm grateful for that. So they're just on their own fucking world. But we get to know why she's named on the top. That we get to know that. But we also realize that she's also like a pilot for some secret organization, and that's where she goes into undercover, and she like does her thing with these two pilots are originally supposed to fly this special helicopter that's able to like withstand what was it, EMPs or what was it?
Yeah, EMPs.
EMP.
Yeah.
And she does her thing, and it's like something straight out. And somebody already mentioned this already. Something straight out of a fucking Austin Power movie. She's like, "Oh, hey, boys," and and she fucking shoots them all in the face. And then there's that other what's this other Soviet guy that pops out of nowhere, and they jump in and they fly the plane.
Oh, General.
What was his name?
Oromov. Yeah.
Yes, that guy. So yeah, that part to me was like, okay, this is uncomfortable, but I'm also turned on at the same time, and I'm back in this movie at this point. Not just because of that, but because okay, there's more to the dirty, fucked up kink. Like she's a lot more than just a fucking weirdo. But I mean, that's all I got at this point, because that's really like reeled me back in. I was like, okay. And then to be reeled in this way with my kids there, I was like, okay, it's a very, very strange feeling, but I'm back in it.
Yeah, thank you. So Luke, your thoughts on this next section? The twist, Ted Valiant being alive. Alec Trevelyan, go ahead.
Yeah, love Joe Don Baker as the CIA guy. Brings a little levity to everything. I like that he ends up getting the BMW Z3, and Bond gets the nice little "don't press the buttons," go bombing around in it. Great stuff. Yeah, this is kind of where it hits its groove as it gets towards the end. We get into a little bit more of the chase scenes or hijink spy stuff, and then more plot development and stuff like that. The Sean Bean reveal is pretty cool. I think there's a trivia fact that I saw that was they were going to do even more burning to Sean Bean's face, make him like almost totally unrecognizable, so to shock Bond even more. But the audience didn't like it when they initially tested it, so they just did kind of the skin graft on the one side. And then obviously that works with the Janus, the name of the thing, corporation type thing that he's working for. Janus is the Greek god or Roman god with the multiple faces. A lot of cool stuff. So yeah, I think this is kind of where it hits its groove.
Yeah, I agree. This is where the plot moves pretty seamlessly.
Oh, I didn't add this last time. I'll add it here. But fuck Alan Cummings. I hate him in this movie. He sucks.
He's a pain in the ass.
He's the worst.
You said Cummings. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
He's doing his thing. He's doing his Alan Cummings thing. So God love him for that. But man, yeah, he sucks. In my opinion.
You think he's like the Andy Dick in the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was
Dick Cummings.
Dick Cummings.
Keep it Cummings.
Dick Cummings. You said it, not me.
Hey, I like Alec Cummings. I think he's a good actor. I mean, he's great as Nightcrawler at X2, and I agree with Joe upstairs. Like whenever he says invincible, is like hilarious. And, especially towards the end, it's hilarious. Jeff, your thoughts on this mixed section with the twist that Trevelyan's alive and all that? Go ahead.
Oh man, this section of the movie is really fucking boring, man. It's the plot's just really dull. I mean,
I thought you would have to say something about the kink, man.
Nah, man. Nah, not really, man.
That's my regular Tuesday. What are you talking about?
So yeah, I mean, I just it's a typical Bond shit, with this section of the film. It's this is kind of like kind of like a lull for me in the movie. This section of the film, where nothing really happens really all that much, just a lot of exposition and going back and forth between Pierce and the Russians and the Russian chick, surviving, the fucking the attack on her facility or whatever, yeah, I mean, I don't really have much to say about it, to be honest with you.
No, that's okay. I mean, I was surprised you didn't talk more about Jansen, but Megan Jensen.
I
I'm
mean,
just as surprised as you are, man. I'm
the-
just as surprised
what
as
is-
you are.
what is there to say, really? I mean, she's already been talked about enough.
That's fair.
Her sex scenes or whatever are not all that impressive or anything like that.
Yeah.
Of course, Jeff. It's a fucking PG-13 movie, bro. Jam. They
I don't
couldn't
think
go any higher than that.
I don't think it's PG-13.
Actually,
It
is, isn't it? I think it
Yeah,
is.
it's PG-13. Yeah, it's PG.
Yeah, it's PG-13.
Oh, is it? Is it PG-13?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any higher, we would have fucking been hearing her fucking walking all throughout the movie and going.
Bond
Because
films
how
need to
wet
be
she got all throughout the entire movie,
Bond
dude.
films need to be R-rated, man.
Fucking shit.
Yeah.
Was the last Bond rated R?
No, Ted
they
was
rated-
PG-13.
I don't think none of them
They've
are.
never
to be
rated.
honest
I think
with
any
you.
are.
No. They always been PG/PG-13. License to Kill was the
Wonder-
first.
Wonder if that'll change with Amazon.
Oh, I agree with Jeff. I think it. I mean, I don't mind Bond being rated R. I think it could be a very interesting direction for them.
I think
put some boobs in it.
they gotta keep it PG-13 because they gotta give the Bond character a lot of class. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like he's got to have that charm. If this turns out to be like some sort of like Deadpool type of shit, and then they would just lose 007 altogether.
I imagine the answer is a lot more boring in that because it's PG-13, more
You
people
think
go
so?
to see it.
More people can go and see it. That's all the only reason it is.
Yeah, it's more accessible like that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that since Amazon, which obviously a very wealthy company, could probably afford to take a couple more hits, could make an R-rated version of Bond.
Their
They
content
if
does
they wanted to.
their content does skew in the like R-rated
Like The Boys.
all their television is TVMA, for nudity and gore and language and all that, so it wouldn't be outside of the scope of Prime Video for them to do like an R-rated Bond film.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did like a really dark strain, like TV series that did like a Bond run for like a 6-episode short series.
They could do that. I totally with that. Yeah, because this series had, they push a lot of the violence. Like, I don't know, you guys remember License to Kill? That one drug handler got his head exploded in that air container. Like, man, that was like radar shit there. So, and even Consumer Hell, like, oh my god, those kills were like almost radar. Room upstairs. Your thoughts on this midsection? The villain twist reveal. Go ahead.
So let's see. I'll start with saying something I probably should have added with the last bit, but talking about the GoldenEye weapon here specifically, I guess. Almost all of these movies have really cool titles, and that's another thing I just really appreciated about it. And seeing how the title ties into this, I didn't know what the GoldenEye was. I assume some sort of James Bond moniker or alias that he takes up. So seeing it repeatedly referred to as a weapon, it's like, oh, okay. First thing that just immediately surprises me. Another thing there. What was like? Oh, the villain twist reveal. Also a cool thing. Really enjoyed that. This is the first point where I started realizing there's some really cool like just cinematography in this movie. Like the reveal with the light behind him and just the complete silhouette slowly revealing his face over the shot is just really cool. Just all of the shots there are really well lit. It's a really good looking movie, which I liked a lot. There are never any points it's like, oh, that's a weird looking shot. Even when they end up getting captured by the Russians and they're in the prison area, it's a really well lit prison for how dark it is in there.
It's not depressing.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that helps with the tone, like if it was darker, then the movie itself would feel, darker. And so it helps balance that out a little bit more. The actual villain, I enjoy Sean Bean. I mean, great actor. He's pulling off a villain here. I feel like if you give a really good actor a villain role, they're 100% of the time going to just chew it up and spit something at you that's really entertaining. And I feel like we get that here too. Robbie Coltrane, another thing, really appreciated his inclusion. I do wish he was in it more just because he's fantastic. And that was a scene that I really thought like, oh, we're breathing some life into this right now. A little bit more interested here just because I like Bond's dynamics with all of these characters that he has history with already. And so seeing someone here that you can go, oh, he gave him the limp and that's influencing how they're talking to each other and how this scene goes. It just makes the world feel a little bigger and more lived in, like these characters have been around and done stuff outside of just what's happening in the movie right now. Because that can happen even with a 9-year time skip. You know, it can feel like only 2 days have passed, even if everyone's saying it's been however long. You know, every character can kind of feel the same still. So I like that a lot. I had another note, but I don't remember what it was now. So we're gonna call that good.
It's all good, man.
No, it's all good. It happens to us a lot. Actually, his character is going to return in one of the Brosnan films. In The World Is Not Enough, so you're going to see him play more role there, which is good. That's the one good thing about this series is they do return some like regular characters like Roger Moore. There was like a Russian, it was like a Russian version of M, and he popped up in every, section of Moore's films up to I think. Lights up to Living Daylights, and then and same thing with this character that you're talking about from upstairs. All right, awesome. Yeah, and same thing with Craig. I mean, you saw that with Craig's films where besides M and Moneypenny, you got the other characters like Bill Turner and then the love interest for Spectre through No Time to Die. Okay, so let's chug along. So after they get captured with the Russian Minister of Defense, Natalie informs the minister that the general is involved in the use of the GoldenEye and that the fallen programmer, Alec Cummings' character Boris, survived along with her, is now working for the crime syndicate and operating a second GoldenEye satellite. Before Miskins can act on the information, the journal comes in, he just like kills him, and then of course they do this crazy chase here. He captures Natalie, and then Bond does like the just answer your question, Miss Booze, Mr. Bruce, I can't speak to right now. Mr. Booze and Chill, he used a grappling gun in the beginning. That's what Batman used.
Grappler, there we go.
Yeah, and Bond uses a cool belt grappling gun here. He gets out from that facility, and then he gets a T-5510. And one of the best action scenes here, he uses the tank to like pursue the MDs and of course he meets up with the general meets up with Trevelyan and of course on the top in the train, which we got a brief mention earlier in the section here, and then of course Bond uses the missile to like stop the train a little bit, and then it stops there, and then of course we get the kind of like cat and mouse here where Trevelyan tells Bond like you can shoot me or shoot the general that's holding what's her name? Oh my god, Natalie. And so he kills the general, and then they escape in the train with Natalie, knowing the location of the second satellite after she hacked on Boris' computer before it explodes. And then after that, Bond and Natalie travel to Cuba, and after Boris is traced to a location within the islands of the jungles, they fly over the area. They get a plane by what's his name? Jack Wade, the Jack. Something saying that Jack. The CIA agent person. Earlier in the film, the fact that he gave his Aston Martin to him was kind of hilarious. Like, hopefully he didn't touch the buttons with the gadgets that it's in that car. So
that was his one rule.
There's one rule: don't touch the buttons. Like it's a good car, but it's not for you. It's not a regular car. So yeah, they take the car, but then the pair gets shut down in the jungles where on the top, is Lauren from the helicopter attacks them. She starts doing her thing as usual, but then Bond gets the upper hand as usual. He destroys the helicopter, and then the rope, the rope like literally snaps her spinal column, which was crazy. And then of course we get the one liner here when he say like, she did like a good squeeze, and I'm like, hell yeah, thank you, Mr. Bond. And then the pair, I just had to bring that up again. It's just so funny. Great one-liners here in this movie. The pair undercover a hidden base beneath the large artificial lake, concealing the satellite dish. I mean, this is like so much like Moore's movies as well. Like this, like it's something like you see usually with Sean Connery and Moore's like movies. Bond is captured while he was like setting the explosion, and learns from Trevelyan that he intends to steal the money from the Bank of England. That's right, the Bank of England uses the GoldenEye to erase its financial records and conceal the theft. And I kind of agree with you guys about the plot here. Like, he's doing this revenge thing, but then he's taking the money from the Bank of England, and then he's gonna conceal the theft. It's like you have the most powerful weapon in the planet. You can easily use that as ransom from the whole nation. Like, why do this complicated thing? I just that part I kind of like. I don't know. That's just like, come on, Trevelyan. You should be more ambitious about your, getting the money and all that. So, just wrapping up here. So after Bond surmises that Trevelyan is the chance for the electromagnetic pulse to trigger, the global financial meltdown and social classes and all that, causing the IQ to render the Stone Age. And then Natalie hacks into the satellite and reprograms it to, hit them, the base, and destroy itself. She is then captured as well, and while trying to undo her programming, Boris nervously presses on the pen that Bond condensate and activating the grenade, and that was concealed in the paint by Q that he got from earlier today, early in the film. So Bond knocks the pan from Boris' hand into the puddle of the chemicals that he like spilled out, and then they spilled during the early firefight, causing a chemical explosion that allows Bond and Natalie to escape. So let me stop there. So let me give you guys thoughts on this big section of the heroes entering the evil layer of Trevelyan. So let me get to you upstairs, room upstairs. What you thought about this section of the heroes finding the dish, and like, of course, them trying to escape from the clutches of the villains? Go ahead.
So yeah, that did jog my memory a little bit on what that last note I was on the note of a needlessly convoluted plan to rob the bank. And I feel like the same thing kind of happens a little bit earlier when Bond is captured, strapped into the helicopter. Why not just shoot him? Like, he's right there and unconscious. You could just shoot him. You don't have to tie him into this helicopter and blow him up with its own missiles. Like, you're giving him time to escape. And so I see where like those Bond tropes are coming from now, a little bit, and it's fun. It's part of the charm of the movie, is going, okay, yeah, it's a villain with a really needlessly complicated plan so that Bond can go stop him. It's fine. It's fun for me. It just adds to the kind of over the top nature of some of these villains, I guess, that I really appreciate. I feel like there's a little bit of a lost art to that, of going, yeah, he just wants to rob a bank. I like that they even mention that, like, you're just a petty thief at the end of all of this. You're not even the mastermind that you are trying to frame yourself as.
Yeah.
It's so fun stuff like that. I did appreciate the when he sets the bomb up next to the leaking tanks. It's set up as like he's gonna blow that up at the opportune moment, and just to have that immediately diffused by Sean Bean's character makes sense too, because he was also an MI6 operative. And so it's like, okay, yeah, he would know all of Bond's tricks. He would know to check his watch for something like that, and that's something I think was cool. Just a little makes him seem a little more threatening, even if he's making a really convoluted scheme like this. Adds a layer to that threat he has. Yeah, I don't think I have a lot of notes on here. I might jump in if I'm reminded of something, but it's a solid window of movie here. I feel like this is where there's an actual plot. The tank scene. That's what it was. That's a fun sequence. That's one of those big over the top. Like I can get on board with this. And I feel like that's where the music really kicks into gear too. That's where we get like the big band rendition of the Bond theme, and that's the fun stuff I really like. Because that's good music. That makes it more fun to watch, fun to listen to. Just an over the top sequence for an increasingly over the top movie.
Yeah, true. I'll probably save it later about the music, because despite this movie being great, the one criticism I will say is the music. I like that section you brought up upstairs, the tank one. That's really good. But like the whole movie, the music, the score by the guy that did The Professionals, the 1984 Luc Besson film, he's great, but I don't think he fit well with Bond. That's the one thing that the sequels do better when they get David Arnold. David Arnold is a really great Bond composer, and like he really elevates the material. And that's the one aspect I don't like about this film is the score here. Anyway,
so
yeah,
Andres, this is Eric Serra who's doing, and they actually brought in John Altman to rescore the tank scene, and that is why it stands out, and it's good.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I did remember that trivia. Yeah, because I know the producer didn't like what he was producing. So like when we get to that tank sequence, it like is so obvious they were just like
they're like, we need a home run. Bring in the Bond guy.
Speaking of producing, what the fuck is up with all this producing of oil or whatever the fuck it is that's like causing all the explosions in this movie, dude? There's gas tanks fucking everywhere in these villains' layers. Like,
well, they're flying. They have ships. They got like helicopters, planes. You know, like they travel.
They're just fucking playing themselves at this point, man. Like they're just making it easy for Bond to do his job at this point. That's what I kept thinking every time.
Shooting at him.
Exactly, dude. Like they're fucking shooting all over the place. Like it's bound to explode at any point. But you know, whatever. Whatever.
Yeah, I know. It's also convenient. Like, why you want to put your the oil or the gas inside? Like, it should have been outside.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the part where I'm agreeing with there. Actually, let me get to you. What are your thoughts about this, Mr. Bruce Chill, about this section of the villains, capturing our heroes and like on the top staff and all that? Go ahead.
I thought that his villain speech was completely turned down by 007. Like the room upstairs mentioned, like he just completely put his ass down by like, oh, so you're a robber. Really, that's what you are. And 006 took that to heart. He's like, fuck you, 007. Not everyone could be as fucking charming and high scale and like employee of the fucking month as fucking you do or as you are, whatever. And he just completely crushed him and his plan and his dreams right there and then. And at that point, everything just went to shit. Not excluding the gas tank thing, where 007 infiltrates the lair, and shots are being fucking shooting everywhere, gas leakage everywhere, and he puts up his bomb. 006 knows his tricks and stops the bomb, but he still got that one pen that's also a bomb, and that part it's within itself was probably the most anxiety building part, because what's his face, Alan Cummings' character, Boris, playing with the pen, because he's got that tick where he just flips it and clicks it as he's doing his his thing, and 007 like just like counting every single click, and I thought that was just like that was the greatest part of that entire scene itself. Like at any point, Boris would have killed absolutely everybody in the room, including 007 and what's her face, Natalia.
Natalia, yeah.
I thought that scene was just brilliant. Like I was just waiting for that fucking pen to blow up, and then eventually he did the right thing, and the gas tanks again. Those gas, man, I don't understand why there's so much gas everywhere, but it was there, and all he had to do was flick the pen off of his hand. The entire place goes into flames, gas everywhere, people catch on fire, and it was just way too much of an easy and an escape. And because of that, I just think like, okay, this is why Austin Powers just was so easily able to spoof this movie. Not to mention the fact that the rockets themselves also look like dicks. That also doesn't help this movie also. But overall, it was suspenseful, the pen scene, and Brosnan. What the fuck? How do you pronounce his last name? Brosnan.
Boris
Brosnan.
Brosnan.
Brosnan's like entire infiltrating and escaping, just excellent in my book, despite how corny it was.
Hey, you need corny in life, so I enjoy it. Thank you, sir. Jeff, it's your turn. Your thoughts on the heroes discovering the villain's lair and then trying to escape, destroying the GoldenEye. Go ahead. You're mute, sir. Mute.
Yeah, I mean,
there he is.
All I'll really say is just that, when Pierce Brosnan falls off that fucking ladder, like way up in the air, like, fucking like, I don't know, 100 feet up in the fucking air or whatever, at one point, like, by the satellite dish deal or whatever. And he like, Sean Bean like comes down the ladder and like kicks him in the face or some shit, and like Pierce Brosnan like does like a fucking like completely does a somersault or whatever, and like catches the bottom of the.
I completely forgot about that actually.
That shit is off the chain, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I would be scared shitless if I was up there like climbing that ladder up that high. That ladder looked really cheap. Like that was like a cheap, fucking Soviet cheapo ladder. Like it looked like plastic. It was not fucking
mommy ladder.
It was not top notch. Not top notch at all. This chick, the Russian chick that becomes Pierce's like girlfriend or whatever in the movie, she didn't really have much of a career past this movie. In Hollywood, unfortunately. Whatever her name is. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't really know what else to say. Like, I did like the one Soviet, like, ex-KGB guy or whatever that Pierce Brosnan, like, meets for like a favor or whatever. That guy's all right, the US, like FBI guy or whatever the fuck he is that like is like his contact or whatever, is all right.
Jack Wade.
Yeah, whoever that guy is.
Yeah, that's his name, Jack Wade.
But I'll tell you what, when Pierce Brosnan like fucking throws fucking Famke Janssen to the goddamn floor or whatever in the bed, like on the marble floor of the bathroom or whatever, the one scene where she like tries to kill him or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Out of nowhere. he like fucking completely like suplexes her like and fucking like slams her head into the goddamn marble fucking floor or whatever.
Oh,
and
okay. I was like, oh shit, we're rewinding now. Okay.
She
okay,
gets right back up off that shit. Yeah, I'm going way back here. But yeah, that shit was crazy, bro. I couldn't believe that she got back up from that fucking blow. She hit the ground hard.
What was her butt? Like he was kind of like scarred from that, like whatever that steam was. Like
he picked her up like over his head and like threw her or some shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm
that's where we got the no more foreplay line.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which was hilarious.
She got up after that fucking fall, man. She really hit the fucking ground.
Yeah. Kind of shocked about that. Anything else, Jeff? Before
no. I mean, honestly, man, I don't really have much to say.
Awesome. I mean, the sweet and simple, sir. Matt, your thoughts on this section of the heroes infiltrating the villain slayer? Go ahead.
Yeah, the tank chase is cool. It's very Bond. I love the lake is very old school Bond. It's very, as you said, Connery, with the volcanoes and the evil lair, as Austin Powers would say. It's, I thought, mate, has he rooted the bird yet? Has he rooted Natalia yet, Bond? Because he should have just shot him, and then shot Alex, and the movie's over. Rather than he's cruising for that much poontang that he's going to risk the end of the world by letting Alex go. He should have just shot them all, and then it's game over. For someone who is the world's greatest spy, and this is a bit of a trope for all Bond movies. God, the guy gets caught a lot. He gets captured a lot, and he's not. He's not the world's greatest spy. He's the Houdini. He's the world's greatest escape artist because he gets out of everything. So for someone who is the best, he's definitely not great at not getting caught. The thing that disappoints me, the two things that disappoint me. One is Jeff's hatred of this movie, right? and he's just complete disinterest in the last 90 minutes. He has hated this movie from minute one. Right?
I fell off with the plot, man. I'm telling you, I really did.
Right? So that's one thing that's disappointed me about this episode. The second thing is,
fuck you,
the
Jeff. I'm kidding.
The whole bank robber thing, I think, is a shitty plot device. Right? Yeah. I think every Bond movie is about bigger stakes than just robbing a bank, and there's generally more to it than that. And I know that he wants to end the world and he wants to send us back to the prehistoric, but at the end of the day, it's just to cover his ass for stealing money, right? I thought that was a little bit piss weak. But look, the death of Natalia is good, and I know we're going to get to the battle on the satellite at a minute. One thing we did miss, because you missed me last time, Andres, for last section of the movie, but that's okay. Valentin Zukovsky's mistress is a very young Minnie Driver, the world's worst karaoke singer.
Oh my God! Is that one?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
So a very young Minnie Driver who has a good run after this movie, up and through.
She looked great.
She looks great. Terrible singer. But with a mouth like that, you're not using it for singing. Especially if you're a Russian mafia's mistress. I guess you got to take the good with the bad. But yeah, so look, ready to go for the ultimate finish to GoldenEye. Back to you, Andres.
Yeah, sorry to miss you, Matt. Oh God,
that's okay. It was all good. You guys did such a great job, but you didn't need my dribble.
Oh my God. And yes, I was wondering, was that Minnie Driver? I was like, no way. Yeah, and it was. Wow. Luke, your last, what were your thoughts about the villains layer, and the heroes going there and trying to stop the villain plot? Go ahead.
Yeah, this was all pretty good stuff. I like that the draining of the water that then reveals the big satellite dish, and the eventual place where the final part of the movie is going to get to. What other parts? Oh, we never talked about the Q scene where he's going through all the different tools and objects and stuff like that. Very fun. Same guy that's been Q in other Bond movies and stuff like that. So he kind of gets his 5 minutes to shine. Super fun stuff. Kind of belongs in a different movie. It's kind of weird. It's almost like being in Willy Wonka for 5 minutes. And like they're doing like sandwich gags by the end of it, which was kind of weird.
That was great.
Yeah.
I'm like, is this a PBS Kids TV show? Like,
That's
what are we doing
lunch.
here? So yeah, like a lot of fun, just chase around stuff. The tank scene's cool. It's very Mission Impossible, very James Bond stuff, all the way through. I really like when he blasts through the building when they go through the alleyway, trying to get away, and then the different cars are able to follow after. Kind of a cool idea. Other than that, like this, it kind of all the way gets to the end. And I did want to shout out the Cable Guy, because this the end of this GoldenEye movie just reminds me of Cable Guy. So shout out, one of the great comedies of the 90s.
What happened to Indiana Jones?
Yeah, the Indiana Jones and now Cable Guy. I'm like, what the hell? Like,
all I do is just talk about other movies other than the movie I'm on here to talk about.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. Okay. It's a good pick. Okay. I like it. Yep. All right. So we're at the end, folks. So let's wrap up this show. So after they prevent Boris from, controlling the satellite, from Natalie's program skill. So Bond subsides the dish antenna by jamming its gears. Trevelyan is trying to intercept him, and then as Jeff brought before, the fight between them, culminates that very small antenna in the bottom, which was kind of crazy. By the way, I'm afraid of heights. There's no way I could do that. I will probably just faint pretty badly just sitting down there. So they both fight. Of course, Bond gets the upper hand, and then he Trevelyan is being dangled below in the antenna, and then after that, Bond then drops Trevelyan in the bottom of the dish. Brutal drop, by the way. And then the GoldenEye satellite is destroyed. Natalie soon rescues Bond in a helicopter. She compensates. Then moments before the antenna twist tugging there, malfunction and explodes, destroying the base. The debris falls onto Trevelyan, causing him to die, and then we get the cool death for Boris. So Boris thinks he survived from that collision, malfunction, and explosion, but he dies from the explosion caused by the rupture liquid nitrogen containers, and he's literally frozen like T2. But instead of getting out as a liquid Terminator, he is pretty much dead. Frozen solid. And after Lady
frozen cum. I'm sorry.
We've all been there.
Yeah, we've. Thank you. Yes, he's frozen yogurt. Let's keep it that way. Frozen. After Lady, then the part of the jungle, right? Bond and Natalie start to kiss up and start making love. But they get, for a brief moment, but then they prepare to enjoy some alone time after saving the world. But they get interrupted by the CIA agent raid, and then all of a sudden he has a team of U.S. Marines. And apparently he's gonna escort them to Monroe Bay, naval base. I was like, okay, and then that's the end of the movie. That's the end of GoldenEye. So let me start with you, Matt. I don't want to forget about you. Go ahead, go full on, Monty on this section of of the finale?
It's a standard Bond over the top finale. I quite enjoy it. I think that Trevelyan gets his comeuppance in the worst way possible, with a whole satellite dish landing on top of him, array, and I think that's pretty cool. I like that. Frozen cum goes the way that he goes. I think that's a good death for him. Again, I guess James has been wanting for 90 minutes now. All he wants to do is root Natalia. So why not just in an open field, just throw a leg over? He's earned the right, and only to be cucked by the U.S. Marine Corps and take them back to Guantanamo Bay, where probably 6,000 U.S. soldiers are going to stand outside the door while James Bond does the deal with Natalia, and there'll be more. There won't be any frozen cum down there when that happens. But look, I think it's a good end. I think it's very standard Bond fare that the evil mastermind gets the world's possible worst death, and Bond then gets to root the girl. So, and there you go. That is Pierce Brosnan's first foray into James Bond.
Thank you. Yeah. Jeff, your thoughts on the finale? Any thoughts on the finale?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's not very fucking good, man. Let's
surprise, fucking surprise.
Let's just be realistic here. It's
what a twist.
It's it's not the best Bond ending I've ever experienced. But Bond and the Russian operative chick sail off in the sunset, and everything is hunky dory. In Pierce Brosnan Bond world, so that's good. That's definitely positive. I don't know that GoldenEye really holds up, all that well, in 2025 for me. But that's just my take. I don't want to put anybody down that's a fan of the film or anything like that. I'm just not really a big fan of it personally. There's other Bond films I like a lot better.
What's your favorite Bond film, Jeff?
Probably Casino Royale.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's gonna be its 20th anniversary next year, which is crazy. Anyway,
yeah, that's a really good Bond film.
Yeah, no, it's top tier. Yeah, no, I understand. No, I agree.
Director.
Yeah, same director, but made a better movie. Okay, room upstairs. It's your turn. What are your thoughts on the full finale of GoldenEye?
Yeah, so not Indiana Jones, but the ending did feel very Empire Strikes Back to me, just with the
I was gonna
dangling
say the
from
same
the
shit, dude.
yeah, dangling from the dome and the ladder.
Good call.
Felt a little familiar watching that. But again, yeah, exactly.
There goes my fucking answer. No, I'm kidding.
But yeah, over the top finale. I think the movie builds how I don't want to say absurd because that doesn't feel like quite the right word, but how just big it gets throughout the entire thing. And this, it felt like a fitting end for it. Seeing them in the field at the end and just a full team of Marine Corps just hanging out in the grass without making a noise, never going to interrupt them. That's hilarious. They were just there, I guess. US, they swoop in to take all the credit at the end, I guess, after everything Bond did. So thanks, guys. I knew you could do it. And yeah, not a whole lot to note, honestly. It's a solid ending for the movie. It delivers in all of the ways I feel like it needs to.
Thank you. No, I agree. I agree with Jeff. It's a pretty standard Hollywood ending for a Bond, which I was kind of surprised. But it's the 90s. You're going to expect. And it's the start of a new version of Bond. So you couldn't take a risk. Certain films like Skyfall or even No Time to Die. You've seen that film. It's but anyway, so Mr. Booze and Chill, you're next, sir. Your thoughts on the finale?
Well, Room Upstairs already answered it for me. No, I'm kidding. There's a couple of homages in there, not just the Star Wars, and that one, the last big boss fight scene with James Bond and what's his face,
Trevelyan.
Trevelyan. Yes,
Yeah.
there's a lot of Star Wars homage in there, but not just that. There was excuse me. There's a lot of homage to, again, Austin Powers, especially after the big boss fight scene. Once James Bond and Natalia, are safe and sound, which I thought was kind of sort of weird that Natalia was just so easily able to just like hijack the helicopter.
Yeah.
And she's like, and she's watching James Bond fight 006, right? And like, this is how I picture it. Like she's just like gun against the pilot's head, and she's just staring at this fight. And at no point did the pilot think, "Oh, she's distracted. Let me take this gun and take control of this situation," right? But again, this is just like me thinking this could have gone. This could have gone a lot more differently. It got a lot more dramatic, a lot more like, just a lot more darker, But again, there's some little bits of comedic splashes in here and there, and I'm not 100% familiar with the director and whatnot, but you can definitely see that they are real big comedic fans. Because in this situation, in like a much more dramatic spy movie, it probably wouldn't have gone down that way, me personally. But that's something completely different. But yeah, there's the Star Wars homage to that, and then there's the spy Austin Powers homage. In that scene where Natalia and James Bond are safe and sound in that field of grass or whatever it is, and they're like, "Oh, you know what? We've done it. We've beat it." Which also makes me think that James Bond and what's her name? The on top would have made just a great couple because they both have the same kink. Because you can see that at some point, James Bond even said that I do this because it makes me feel fucking alive to Natalia. So to me, that makes me think like, okay, James Bond has this kink as well, as not as obvious as on the top, but he's got that same kink. So they would have made the most kinkiest couple in the world. That's what I thought. But then, he ended up with Natalia, and then they end up in that field after all is said and done. He saved the world, blah, 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 this and that. And then fucking what's his face? Jake Wade pops out of nowhere, cock blocking this entire little moment that James Bond and Natalia is having. And over 50 dudes pop up. And the entire time, they knew what they were saying, and it's just like, I don't know. You can just tell that the director has this comedic tone that he just let loose into this movie, unintentionally or not, but it was there. So it was kind of sort of hard for me to kind of take serious. And I'm pretty sure it wasn't meant to be, because it's pretty obvious that it wasn't meant to be serious. But I mean, and I brought it up earlier, not too long ago. Like it just made it very, very easy to make a spoof out of this movie, because it's neither here or there. But it's just like, but at the same time, I can't really complain, because this came out in the 90s, and the 90s was just like, it was an odd time. It was the greatest time in the world. Whether you were doing a serious movie or not, it still hit. Whether the as Jeff was saying, the plot sucked or not, if it had like a good as the kids say now, and it had a good vibe, it totally would fucking hit. Which I mean, it did, whether it was the movie or the game. But something came out of this movie, and I'm gonna leave that to you now, to you guys to decide whether this movie was just serious or not.
Oh god. I think it's both. If you want the answer.
Honestly, yes.
So, Luke, your last one. Your thoughts on the finale?
Yeah, that made me think that if you could just do the 90s over and put podcasting as like this future technology that existed in the 90s for 90s people to do, they would have gotten a kick out of it. If you gave them nothing more, they got no more of the internet, but they were able to do podcasting, man, things would have been nuts, because basically people redid that 20 years later.
Yeah.
This movie it's a lot of campy stuff. Literally Sean Bean's death is like a GIF meme that you use, as a like falling off edge kind of thing on the internet. So it is campy now. It is trying to be relatively serious within the film itself. It's still kind of a climactic ending. The way I kind of think about this movie is, if this movie, like other Bond movies, was from like the late 70s, early 80s, around that time period, if you're just like, this movie was made in 1982, I'd be like, this is a great Bond movie. It's 1982. Look at all the cool stuff that they're able to do. Some of the action is kind of clunky and stuff like that, but it's 1982, whatever. No big deal. Because it's 1995, I can't cut it that slack. So it's fine. It kind of, it doesn't land as great as other Bond endings land, because you can kind of just do whatever. But Sean Bean's fun, gives Bond a good fight. The stuff on the ladder, very cool. A couple techniques that, I'll keep in mind the next time I'm on a ladder with another person. And really good stuff through the end of this movie. I think it kicks into gear. It's a lot of fun at the end.
Thank you.
I forgot to mention that ladder fight scene, man. Like that shit was intense.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have gone down to continue that fucking fight. Not on the fucking ladder.
No. And I really hate when Trevelyan like did the, what do you call it, the slide to the ladder. Like,
that's a cheap shot.
Yeah.
I've never seen a fight on a ladder before, but to me that was a fucking cheap shot.
I like it. I think that's just like ninja skills, man. Jackie Chan would have done the same thing. Jackie Chan would have done the same thing.
Jackie Chan would have done it, but with style.
That's true. That's true. It's true, but he would have done it.
But he probably would.
Yeah. All right, guys, we at the end. Let's do our ratings and then call it for the night. So let me continue with you, Luke. Your rating for this film, out of 10. How you rate this film?
I'm going to give this a very, very fun 6.
Oh, awesome. Room Upstairs, your rating for this film?
I think 6 is a pretty good number. I like that. I'm going to go with that too.
Okay. All right, Mr. Booze and Chill, sir. Your rating for this film?
I'm gonna have to say 7.5, and I'm only being generous because it hits more of a nostalgia feel for me. And again, it goes all right back to the video game.
Awesome. I like your reason there. Simple. I love it. Simple as like, oh yeah, simple because it's related to the game. Matt, your rating, sir. How you rate this?
Yeah, I'm going to give the game 10 out of 10, and I'm going to give the movie 5 out of 10. So overall, 7.5 out of 10 for GoldenEye. I thought it was a nostalgic. It's my favorite Pierce Brosnan Bond by far, because the rest are fucking terrible. But look, I quite enjoyed it. One thing I'm disappointed about that I've had to go before Jeff, because I definitely would have liked to have rated after Jeff. But I think that 7.5 out of 10. And look, I think this is the best Pierce Brosnan Bond, and the horniest Bond girl. So it's got to rank okay.
I 110% agree with Matt.
Yeah.
Well done.
We give the same rating, dude. Like, come on.
This is it.
Yeah, you two. All right, Jeff, you're ready, sir. We were curious.
Horny spy girls,
Yeah, I'll give it a 5, sir. Just a five for me.
5.
Okay, 5. Okay,
That's more than I expected.
all right. I'm gonna be the highest one of this group. 8 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah, well,
Elaborate, sir.
Andres is a sweetheart, man. He loves these films.
I just feels okay. Well, I'm too sweet of my films, okay, but I think this is.
He is charming, like 007. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh God,
I think he's given a point for every wank he had to Xenia on a top.
Okay, that
Could be.
I will not deny, but I can confirm that could
1,600 out of 10.
out of 10.
Fuck.
Oh God. Anyway, let me explain this. All right. Anyway, no, it's a great Bond movie. I think it's one of those best, what do you call it? It's one of the best starting point Bond films. But I think there's other Bond movies that are great to start with and better. I think I agree with Jeff. Casino Royale is a better strong origin / just starting point of a new Bond actor, and mainly because unfortunately the sequels just do not live up to the GoldenEye, so it kind of lowers down a little bit. But this is top quality Bond film, where the others just failed to really capture the magic of this film. The fact that we got a game that's so popular to this movie is really shows how good this movie is and how influential it is, where the other sequels just failed to really give Brosnan that material to be a great Bond. Sean had great high moments, same thing with Roger Moore, and Daniel Craig has it too, and Timothy Dalton, and even George Lazenby has on Her Majesty's Secret Service a great Bond film, and with Brosnan it's just one film, and then the sequels are crap. It's come on. So, but yeah, it's a great story Bond film, great villains. The thing, I think the World's Not Enough villains are good, but come on, you got Sean Bean and you got Famke Janssen, great Bond villains. They're top tiers. And you got a great Bond girl. I think Natalie's definitely top tiers.
The Russian general guy's pretty cool too.
Yeah,
he's a
cool
good character.
Yeah, and I agree with you guys. The plot is not original. It's a very typical Bond thing of stopping this world domination or the destroying this one part of this country. It's very typical, but I don't mind it. It's I don't need this to be deep and psychological like The Dark Knight. I always want fun, and then this movie is fun. So thank you, you guys. This means a lot to me. Let me do the plugs now for each one of you. So I'm gonna do backwards. So let me start with me and Jeff, MC Blue Edge. You guys know me. Me and Jeff are always doing MC Blue Edge content. So just to recap what we're gonna have this week coming up. So Wednesday, we're back again to do our Welcome to Derry review, episode 6. That's been very fun. Last week, I moderated episode 5. I think, Jeff, you're on this week on Wednesday to moderate the episode 6. And then next Friday is it a movie DC Ammunition movie?
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Okay, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. That's going to be our next movie review. Our last one was actually The Last Samurai. It was really cool. So that's the recap for the MC Blue Edge for me and Jeff. So let me now give me give me a minute, guys, to get your plug. So I want to start with you, Luke. So I'm gonna go from Luke, and then the end will be Matt. So just give me a minute. This takes me a while to share here. So right now, do you see it?
We see it.
Okay, awesome. So here's Franklin Sidek. Oh my God, Luke, go ahead and just plug your stuff here, sir.
All right. Yeah, once again, I'm Luke. I'm from the Franchise Addict podcast that I do with my buddy Chris. We are currently going through the franchise Indiana Jones. You'll never believe it. I mentioned it earlier on. But we are just a podcast that covers franchise movies. So we've covered Batman. We have covered Die Hard, Terminator. We did The Evil Dead. Andres was on a couple of those episodes. A couple other horror films, couple other just movies, new movies that popped up. So we saw Eddington. We saw One Battle After Another, did episodes on those. And then currently I'm doing a kind of solo project, but it's under the Franchise Addicts name, where I do mini 1-minute essays on TV shows. I currently have one out on the West Wing and the character of Toby. I have a short going on right now. If you want to pop over there, it is, farthest one to the left on the top. So yeah, that's all I got. Thanks, Andres, for having me on.
Yeah, no, Luke, it was a pleasure. I was so happy you came, and your content is awesome. I had to talk to you about The Last Crusade because I wanted to be there for Crusade. It's my personal favorite of the Indiana Jones film. Okay, so room upstairs, you're next. So give me a minute to share the screen here. Go ahead. Take your time to plug your stuff here.
Yeah, so the room upstairs is a podcast with multiple hosts, as perchance seen in frame now, where we take two movies, an original and its remake, and we pit them against each other in a bunch of categories. We've done episodes on, as you can see up there, Fantastic Four. Recently, last October, we did The Thing from Another World, and then the John Carpenter movie. We did a Tomb Raider episode. That was our last one. And going into December, we actually have an annual awards show where we go over everything that we've watched as a podcast throughout the entire year. And we have categories for those and give awards out just on the podcast. Things that we really enjoyed, stuff we want to shout out, things that we think are underappreciated. And it's a really fun time. There's 4 of us. It's me. My dad's a host. We got a couple other guys. It's really fun. We enjoy the discussion with people. So if anyone wants to hop in, we've had one of the co-hosts in the comments of this video already. If anyone has been watching those. It's really fun. So we'd enjoy if any of you want to come hang out in the room with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. It is a pleasure to have one of you guys to be here. Check out their content. It's really awesome. I listened to the Fantastic Four one, really amazing. I like the new version. But I have a soft spot with the 2005 version. They were there at their time. Okay, Mr. Boozer Chill, you're next, sir. So I'm just getting you ready. And technology. This is what I do as a time traveler. Okay. All right, let's go.
All right. So in my channel, I review alcoholic beverages of all kinds, from cocktails. I've even invented some of my own cocktails, beers of all styles, spirits and liquors of all kinds. I've even dug into THC infused drinks, which has been a huge thing right now because people are really, really interested in how that works, especially with the young generation, because they are like going through like this drinking no alcohol thing, so they're replacing it with THC stuff. So I'm playing around with that, and I'm also review foods, and I also do just trying out drinks with foods to see how they work together. And I also review movies as well, which is why I'm here. And you can also go into Patreon and follow me and see stuff before they even come out on YouTube. And there's a lot. I've been doing a lot of lives in there ever since Patreon updated. So you can also follow me Facebook, Instagram, TikTok as well. If you want to see stuff behind the scenes, making of stuff before anything even comes up, go to Patreon in there. And also, this one's relatively kind of sort of new. If you want to see what I'm doing when I'm not doing Booze and Chill stuff, you can go into my vlog channel, which I think this is probably new to even you, Andre and Jeff. Go to it's go to Day to Day Ray on YouTube. Okay. And whatever I'm not doing on YouTube, you see that on my vlog channel. As of right now, I'm actually simultaneously been recording for the vlog as well. So I'm just fucking all over the place. You get to see everything happen there as well. So
wow, multitask, sir. That is impressive.
You have no fucking idea. I am very tired.
No, I have. Thank you for coming tonight, sir. I know. Thank you for coming because you added the fun and the energy with Matt, and it's great. You brought so many great comedy gold here. So Matt, you're next. Let's plug your sir. Your content. Go ahead.
We are Born to Watch, the movie podcast where we don't take ourselves or the movies too seriously. 4 Aussie mates. We've all been mates for well over 30 years now, and it's effectively just an excuse to sit down and talk shit about the movies we love mostly, or like sometimes, and hate occasionally. But it's a lot of fun. We're available on all platforms that you can possibly imagine. You can find us on YouTube, although the uploading of the major episodes has been a little bit slow because I've been under the pump, but available on Apple, Spotify, anywhere you want. You can find us, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all over the joint. We've just started to, every episode we record a song for each movie, and with the help of our AI house band, we've released a couple of them up there. So we sing it ourselves, and at the end of the episode, we play the AI version out. So that's been a lot of fun and probably taken up more of my time than I would wish to imagine. But come and listen to Born to Watch. We have a lot of fun and for an Australian perspective on the cinema scene. Yeah, thank you, guys.
No, thank you for coming. Your content is awesome. It's funny when you put this 40 bloopers. They were hilarious. I had to check them out. Paul Rod's funny.
Is that a dude funny with his legs spread open?
Yeah. Yeah, it's his GoldenEye.
Oh God.
Gotcha.
But yes, let me stuff here. And just want to sincerely thank you, Matt, for coming tonight. This was a dream come true. I just want to say to all of you, thank you for so much for coming tonight. For your time and effort. It was a really blast for talking this movie. I hope you guys had a blast, and we could do this again in the near future. So thank you everyone for joining on GoldenEye 30th anniversary Bond Mania. This is it. This is the end of the Bond Mania. You can't believe it. Tomorrow is December 1st, folks. Ready in. Have any of you done Christmas decorations yet, or
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Today, and dude, like, it's been crazy. When you got kids, like, they demand a lot of shit. So I've been on that shit since like early November. And I'm the kind of guy that's like, you can't fucking skip Thanksgiving, man. But the kids, Christmas is different for kids than adults, right? So
Yeah,
whatever.
No, I understand. I mean, like, come on, what, like, why, like, kids don't want to eat. It's like, look, I just one play's enough. I just want toys and games or whatever, you know.
Exactly.
So, yeah, Thanksgiving is for the adults because we can drink and like party like it's like 1999, folks. So that's how I guess we do it, right?
Hell yeah.
Hell yes. All right, so let's no trailer reactions. It's been a little too long for you guys. I don't want to take up your time, but thank you so much for coming tonight. I'll be back again. New live streams, but I have to think what I'm gonna do for December. Because the holidays are coming in and whatnot. But I will do a tier list with Jeff. We'll probably do a MCU tier list with the villains. That'll be something we will do towards the end of 2025. But anyway, thank you everyone. Have a good night and peace out.
Thank you.
Later.